So the first one we're going to do now is this one, and this one is called an engine part. Now, to analyze this drawing, we're going to look at the radius. So the radius of this big circle here is 58. The radius, the diameter, the symbol is diameter symbol. The diameter of this outer circle is 58. The diameter of this internal circle is 38. And these are called concentric circle because they have the same center. And this one, the diameter is 38 and the diameter of the smaller one is 20. This one here, the radius is 32, radius is 108. So we're going to start by finding our center line. So there, drawing the first one. Right. So the first circle is diameter 38, so we can use diameter circle, diameter, type 38, enter, then diameter 58 circle, diameter 58, enter. Alright, so let's move this closer to there. Okay. Now this one is 89 away from here and 35 down from the center. So away from this is 35. So offset 35, enter, offset. And then from here, not 35, it's 32, sorry. Say offset 32, 32, enter, offset. And this gives you the center for this one over here. And this one, the center is 89 away. So offset 89, enter. Alright, so we got the center now for here. In this center, we're going to draw the two circles. So this one is 20 and 38. So diameter circle, 20, and diameter circle, 38 from the center point, 38, enter. So now we have two circles. We can edit the center lines so they look more tidy, orderly. I mean, as long as you know what you're doing, you don't have to kill up yourself to do it, but yes, just to give you some perspective. And I'm going to change these to actual center line now. Good. So now we want to connect them using these. Now in manual drawing, you would need to add and subtract radii to get these curves, right? So let's say this one is 32, right? So you'd add 32 plus whatever diameter this is to get this one here, and 32 to that to get that one. And you'd minus this radius from 108. So you'd minus the radius to get them. So what you do for this one is to get here, so you add 32 because you're going to use this center to get these arcs and this center to get this arc. You're going to add the radius of this one, which is the outer circle, is 38. So half of 38 is, half of 3 is 1, half of 8 is 4. Half of 38, half of 30 is 15. Half of 8 is 4, 19. So we want to add 19 to 32. So 32 plus 19, let me get my calculator. So 32 plus 19 is equal to 51. So to get this curve here, we have to use arc, center, start, end, describe, and the 51, enter, and start scribing. Boom. And then from here, we have to add 32 to whatever diameter this is, and diameter is 32 plus the radius, half of 58 is, half of 50 is 25, half of 8 is 4, 29. So 29 plus 32 is 32 plus 29. 32 plus 29 equal to 32 plus 29 equal to 61. So we're going to scribe an arc of 61 here. So center, start, end here, 61, enter, and intersect there. Now when I use this point as center to draw a curve of radius 32, I should get a line that touches both circles. So let's try that. So circle, so we'll use a radius circle, and the radius is 32. So let's type 32, enter. See? Get the curve perfectly. Now, because this one is inside, and we add the radius to get the center from here to scribe here, because this one from here to here is 32, right? From this point to this point is 32. So we needed this point to be the center, so we had to add this radius to it. So we added this 32 plus this, whatever this is, half of 19. And then we added from here to this point is 32, and we added this point, which is 29. So for this one now, we're going to minus, because we're going to use this center while the distance is here. So we're going to minus 108 minus 29 and 108 minus 19. So the first thing is 108 minus 29 equal to 79, right? And that's for the big one. So 108 and so 79, right? So 79, enter, come around, boom, and then to 79, wrong place, prescribe it, right? Yes, just scribe it up further. Let's try that again. So it says arc, center, start, end, center, so 79, starting up here, 79, enter, scribe, and then from here now to be 108 minus 19 here, 108 minus 19 is equal to 89. So it's 89 from here. Center, start, end, the center, and type 89, enter. Good. So this is the point of intersection here, and this is the one for here. So we're going to trim this one first. And trim all of this, because this was our first one, right? And then this one is our second circle. So from this point, we're going to describe this arc here all the way to here. So this radius is 108. So circle, use this as the center, and 108 as radius. And there you go. So now you can trim everything. TR, enter, trim, trim. Do that again. TR, trim. Alright. So this is the machine part. This is how you get the machine part. So ensure that all the radiuses are there. You don't necessarily need to keep all of this, because in AutoCAD, all of this is basically just redundant after a while. I mean, the principles that we learn on paper are not necessarily applicable, but just so you can get the drift of this, I do all of that. So radius, so check to make sure that our radius are okay. The radius of this one is 32, 32, right? Next one should be 108. Check that. 108 or 108, good. So this diameter of these, you can check them. Diameter, boom, diameter, boom. As long as your measurements are accurate, then you're on the right track. And this is how you would complete the machine part, right? So let me put this one here. this is the first one that we did, just the phase. This is the engine part. All caps all the time. Engine part. Good. And change all of these to object lines. Select MA for match properties and select all of these. And there you go. It's done. Center line, MA.